Stephen, whenever you're ready.
Big win for us today to complete the weekend sweep. After a tough midweek loss, I love the way our team responded this weekend. Starting in the circle, I always joke with our pitchers, if we don't give up any runs, we're going to win. And certainly we did that this weekend. We had four shutouts, and I really think it started with Hames in the first game on Friday with a complete game shutout, and then Dunning followed it up with another shutout, and then yesterday Manis pitched her best game of the year against Baylor, and then Dunning came out today, struck out the side in the first inning, was cruising through three, and then had a little cramp, so we had to take her out, and Manis came in to close, and just a phenomenal job by our pitchers. Coach Jameson does a great job with them, and I thought they really stepped up to the challenge and competed this weekend. Another great day offensively for us. Mac Pavesi's been hot all weekend. She didn't have anything to show for it yesterday. She had an RBI, but she hit 3 balls squared up, and had big hits for us today. Jam's done a great job in the leadoff spot, and then Mary Collins with the big home run. So, we did enough today offensively to get the win, and again, pitching and defense played a big role in it. So, like the way we turned it around. It's certainly great to be at home playing in front of our fans after the first 2 weeks on the road playing 11 or 12 games on the road. So love to be back home at McWhorter, and love the energy and the support the fans gave us this weekend.
You mentioned the pitching and also, but your defense also only had 2 errors all weekend. That came in the first game, so the other 3 you went free of no errors. Just talk about the improvement from the staff, and then also the defense playing behind them.
Yeah, you get ahead of hitters, you hit your spots. It's a little bit easier. It's tough when you're walking a lot and hitting a lot of batters and getting behind accounts. So really impressed with the way our hitters worked ahead and hit their spots all weekend long. And then defensively, like you said, we just had a bad inning, really, is what it was. But love the way we played defense. It's certainly easier when you're on your home field, but I just thought our defense was locked in all weekend long.
And the pitchers, as you mentioned, as well, but 26 strikeouts, I think 3 walks all weekend. You didn't allow any free passes. That makes life a little bit easier for everybody, doesn't it?
It does, especially defensively, when you got that many strikeouts and you're not giving away free passes. So really impressed with our pitching, and love the way they competed all weekend long.
At the plate, Collins continues to do her thing. You had a couple others that kind of broke out a little bit of their shell that they've been in. To talk about the improvement there at the plate and how you guys are getting better.
Yeah, the big 2 were Nola and Cintron. So to get those 2 going is going to be big for our offense. They were 3 and 4 hitters in our lineup last year and drove in a bunch of runs and, hit for power, hit for average. And they got off to a slow start, and that happens, and you just can't let the mental part of it get to you. You got to stay in the lab and continue to work on your swing and make adjustments, and they both bought into the adjustments, and it showed this weekend. But yeah, Mary Collins and everybody stepped up at some point, but Mary and Mac Pavesi had great weekends for us.
He said Abby was just a cramp in her, I guess.
We don't know. We'll let the doctors look at it. She had a little injury similar last year that put her on the shelf, so we'll see what happens. But hopefully it's not serious, and hopefully she gets back at it soon.
I noticed when I was looking at Georgia's schedule as who you guys play on Wednesday, they had a countdown clock ready for you guys on their softball page. I thought that was pretty interesting, especially considering they're playing Virginia Tech today. So, but just the thoughts on a little bit of a rivalry there you have with the Bulldogs?
Yeah, no doubt. 2 great programs going at it, and we play them every year. This year it's our turn to go down to Athens and play, but 2 really good programs. They're well coached. So it's going to be a challenge game for us, and it's a rivalry, and love playing them.
All right, Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you.